Hi friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For today's video, I'm going to be going through and figuring out everything that I spent in the month of July for my sinking funds. We're going to figure out what our ending balance is so that I can get my sinking funds set up for August. So if you are interested in seeing how I close out my sinking funds for July 2022, just keep on watching. Alright my friends, so if you watched my July budget, at the start of the month, I said that I wanted to add $1,000 to my sinking funds in July. Ultimately, what I've decided to do is still take that $1,000 or whatever I have kind of left after I close out my July budget and put it towards sinking funds, but I'm going to roll this over and count that as my August sinking funds. So we are going to say that I did not add anything to sinking funds in July. We're just going to figure out what I spent and our ending balances for July, and that ending balance will be then my starting balance for August, and that is where I will add that $1,000-ish. Just because I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to allocate those $1,000 yet. I want to kind of see where my sinking funds end up. All of this money has been spent, but it's all been on a credit card, so I need to take the cash from my sinking funds to pay that credit card to cover everything and see kind of what is left in each of my funds. So that's what we're going to do today. I have a feeling that a couple of our funds are actually going to go into the negative. And that's okay because we'll true that up when we go to stuff our envelopes in August. So if I have a negative balance in camping, for example, I will make sure to cover that with that sinking fund money first, and then we'll kind of add to it from there. So that's kind of why I'm saying I don't want to add the money yet. I want to kind of see where my sinking funds are sitting now that we're at the end of the month. I didn't do a great job of kind of keeping track of overall balances. I just kind of spent willy-nilly on the card, and now I'm kind of trying to make up for that. So we're going to start out by just kind of going down the line and adding things up. I'm going to use this mild liner to help me keep track of everything. So what we added to our sinking funds is going to be 0. We're just going to take what we had in there, subtract what we spent, get an ending balance, and that will set me up for August. So let's go ahead and start out then with camping. We had a lot of camping transactions because we did have a vacation this month where we spent a whole week camping, and this is where I think we're going to go negative, if anywhere. So let's just start adding things up, and I'm going to highlight as I go. So on the first, we had a camping transaction for $40. I'm going to set my calculator here so that hopefully you can see it. Let me brighten it up a bit so you can see a little bit better. Alright, then we had $43.43. We had $61.34. We also had $40.72 plus $16.20 plus $19.08. Then we skip down here to $34.97 $25.40. $5.28. $91.83. $5.72. And that is everything. So the amount we spent on camping this month was $383.97. I'm gonna just round that up to $394. So we actually didn't go over, but I mean almost, right? $400 that we had in there minus the $394. That leaves us with a whopping $6 in our sinking fund to start out August, but that's okay because we will be adding more money to our sinking funds right at the beginning of the month. Okay, so my camera battery died. My apologies. We're back now with the, well, what do you have next? We have school next, so we'll just go ahead and do that. So for school then, trying to set this up how I had it before so you guys can't see my ring light and the reflection of the calculator. All right, for school we spent $22.53 plus $34.40 plus $101 for spirit wear. So we spent a total of $157.93. Once again, I'm just gonna round up to 158. So it's hard to write on these discs. Okay, so school started out then with $300. We spent $158. That leaves us with $142 remaining. So that will be our ending balance for July and our starting balance for August. All right, next we have medical. So for medical, we spent $550 plus $455 plus $18.32 for a total of $28.37. So we'll round that up to $29. $100 that we started with minus $29 leaves us with $71 remaining in our sinking fund. So that takes care of medical. Then we have subscriptions. We spent $79.99 and that was the only one. Round that up to 80. So for subscriptions, we started out with $200. We spent $80. That leaves us with $120 in there. Okay. Then we have car. So we spent $80 plus $29.65 gives us $109.65, which again we're going to round up to $110. So car started with $360. We take away the $110. That leaves that fund with $250. And that means the rest of these sinking funds we did not use. So the spending in these were $0. Okay, so that means we still have 20 in celebrations. Pull this out here, make it easier to write on. We still have 100 in Christmas. We still have 20 in holidays. We still have 200 in home insurance. And hunting is empty. So we know then that the main funds that we have to prioritize at the start of August is camping, since that's down to 6. hunting, which is down to 0. We could also prioritize holidays and celebrations since those are pretty low, and also Christmas since there's only $100 in there. I'm going to add money to all of these funds, but the ones that are super low will get more than these ones that are a little bit higher. You guys know we just kind of restarted our sinking funds at the start of last month, so they don't have a lot in them, but everybody starts somewhere. So really quickly, I'm going to add up all of these balances. So we started the month plus 100, plus 20, plus 200, plus 100, plus 300, plus 200, with $1,700. That was our starting balance. We didn't add anything. What did we spend? $394 plus 110 plus 29 plus 158 plus 80. We spent $771. And that leaves us with an ending balance of 6 plus 250 plus 20 plus 100 plus 20 plus 200 plus 71 plus 142 plus 120, 929. And now we'll double check our math. If 771 plus 929 equals 1,700, then we did it right. That is indeed how the math worked out. So we're starting out the month of August then with $929 in our sinking funds, and right at the first of the month we will be adding more to that. So if you want to see what I end up putting into my sinking funds for August, how I allocate our funds, then you're going to want to hit that subscribe button so you can come back and check out that video. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. I'd love to have you come back. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, friends.